Carolina Reaper is an easy to grow, low maintenance plant. It is the hottest pepper in the world with a Scoville heat measurement of more than 2 million. It can be easily grown in containers provided they receive enough sunlight and water. If proper care is taken, Carolina Reaper will continue to grow and produce fruits for next 3 to 5 years. Subscribe and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from urban gardening. Buying good quality seeds from trusted sources is very important, as quality seeds make a difference in how well your new plants will take off. To start the seeds, take a small pot with some holes at the bottom for drainage. Cover holes with small stones. Covering drainage holes in the pots keeps the soil mix in the planter and it still allows water to drain. To start your pepper seeds, use any seed starting mix, or you can make your own soil mix at home by mixing 50% garden soil, 30% compost and 20% coco peat or peat moss. Fill the pot with the soil mix. Break up any large clumps and push the soil mix down with your hand to remove any air gaps. The soil should be watered right before adding the seeds. Drop individual seeds on top of the soil mix about 1 to 2 inches apart. Cover them lightly with more soil mix. Now gently firm the soil mix to get good seed to soil contact. Lightly spray or mist the covering with water. Now put a cover on top of your pot. Use kitchen wrap to cover it, helping trap in some humidity which keeps your growing medium nice and moist. Typically, Carolina Reaper seeds should germinate in 10 to 15 days depending on soil and environmental conditions. At this stage, remove the wrap so that the seedlings can grow further. Check moisture by touching the soil mix with your fingers. If the soil feels dry to touch, then add more water, otherwise leave it as it is. Now to protect delicate seedlings from insects and extreme hot temperature, we will keep this pot in a big pot and we will cover that pot with kitchen wrap to keep the moisture level intact. Stretch plastic wrap over the surface of pot to maintain high moisture. Never let the soil completely dry out. Soil should be moist but not extremely wet during the growth stages. Once your seedlings have reached about 3 to 5 inches tall, and have 4 to 5 true leaves, transfer them to a larger pot. For a single plant, choose a container that is around 10 to 12 inches wide and deep so that you can get a good harvest of Carolina Reaper peppers. Make sure your container has some holes at the bottom for drainage. Look for a high quality potting soil. If you want, you can make your own potting soil by mixing 50% garden soil, 30% compost and 20% river sand or perlite. Gently lift them from the pot and separate out each plant. Keep the stem at the same height it was at in its previous pot, otherwise it may rot. Use your hand to make a hole in the center and gently slide the plant's roots in. Cover the bottom of the plant and press it in with your hands so that your soil is lightly compacted. Make sure to water the seedling properly. Add more soil if required. After every transplant, keep the pot in partial sun for 2 to 3 days and make sure to keep the soil evenly moist during this phase. Once your seedling gets established, it needs to be fertilized regularly so that it can continue growing well. Add handful of cattle manure or leaf mold in the pot. Spread it evenly over the soil surface and work it into the soil. Such addition of an extra dose of organic manure to vegetable plants is called top dressing. Top dressing helps in the formation of robust and healthy vegetable plants in pots. Water immediately after adding fertilizer in the soil. This will prevent your plant from burning, and this will also help in activating the fertilizer. Keep soil evenly moist but not soggy. Feed the plant with liquid fertilizers such as fish emulsion, seaweed extract or Epsom salt. For seaweed extract, mix 2 to 3 ml per liter water. Mix well and add 250 to 350 ml per plant. Repeat after every 15 to 18 days as soon as buds start to appear. At this point in the growing process, your plant is established and stable, and it's just a matter of time before a plant fully blooms with incredibly beautiful hot peppers of your own. If you notice yellowing leaves on your pepper plant, applying a quick feed of liquid nutrients is the fastest way to correct the problem. Water-soluble fertilizer is great for feeding plants that are showing signs of a nutrient deficiency. At this stage, you will notice lots of birds that will blossom into cute little white flowers. The flowers will continue to grow for next 7 to 8 days, then fall off. From then on, you will see little baby peppers growing in their place. If the soil mix looks dry, apply more water, but not too much. If the soil mix looks too wet, allow to evaporate. Not too much, not too little is the key. This is the most exciting stage. Finally, after months of care, reapers are finally beginning to form. During this phase, make sure your pepper plants are getting enough water. When they are underwater, they get stressed, and stressed plants will drop their fruit. If you live in a very hot climate, your plants may benefit from some afternoon shade in midsummer. This is the time of day when sunlight is most intense. These fruit pods are of unusual shape. They are chubby little fruits with a scorpion like tail. The skin may be smooth or have small pimply bumps all over. The plant also can be found with fruits in yellow, peach, and chocolate. Peppers will slowly change their color from green to red as they ripen. Wait until the fruits are a good size before cutting them off with shears or scissors with some stem attached. You can pick your peppers while they are green, but you will get more heat and flavor from them if you wait for them to ripen. Reapers will turn bright red when they are ripe. Ensure to water and nourish them, and the peppers will grow bigger and bigger. The plant takes 100 to 150 days to maturity and to produce ripe peppers after transplanting. As a general rule, only harvest Carolina Reapers after they have turned red. Unripe Reapers are edible, but you will get the most heat and flavor with just turned red pods. Like most peppers, Reapers do best in warm weather but have little tolerance for weather above 32 degrees Celsius. Overly hot weather can cause them to lose blossoms and stop producing fruit. While harvesting, be careful not to break the skin of the peppers. Any opening can lead to spicy juices getting on your hands, which can lead to a skin burn. You can wear gloves or carefully harvest by the stem, not by the fruit. The longer you leave it on the plant, the redder, and the redder it gets, the hotter the pepper is. A mature Carolina Reaper will produce between 20 to 30 chilies per plant at any given moment. If the growth circumstances are ideal and the plant is properly cared for, over the course of a season, you may expect an output of 50 to 60 chilies. If proper care is taken, Carolina Reaper will continue to grow and produce fruits for next 3 to 5 years.